Hello, my dear Pisces. Welcome, welcome. I'm so excited for this reading in particular because we are moving into the new year, a new month. There's really some bright new dawn type energy coming forward for this year, and there's so much magic and this unique, bright energy coming forward. So let's dive in, and we'll start with the sequence that we're going to be following along with. We have the past here. And I do apologize, I'm a little covered in paint. We're doing some renovations in the home, so this is like a rubber-based paint, and it is very difficult to come off. So we're going to start with the past. This is your mindset, the messages from your spirit realm, and then we have forward action over that way. Your center, of course, and then the Lenormand is read like a sentence, and we'll continue to add cards as we go around the circle. So this follows a medicine wheel format, but then I've added several different things in here to bring more cultures in and also to have a deeper, more well-rounded reading. Beginning in your past here, we have fertile ground. The Kokopelli is all about fertility. So when it's in the past, I always think of it as that solid foundation, compost in your garden soil, things like that. Then we have self-expression here with your mindset. So you're thinking about the ways that you can best express yourself, perhaps with communication or perhaps with, a social media presence or a business plan idea, something like that. And then your forward messages from the spirit realm. We have the innocence of the inner child here with this wolf spirit. It says South Shield, which is particularly about trust, about relationships, about communication, and what do I want to say? I'm hearing communion. So that community aspect of who's around you. You think about the wolves and it's like a wolf pack. There's, the leader, then the alpha, then the beta, and it's like a very complex hierarchy. And the only reason that comes up for me now for you, Pisces, is that you're finding your place in a sequence of some sort. So we have this expression here. We'll come back to that because I feel like there's going to be a very deeper meaning there. In your forward movement in your future, we have healing. So this has been coming up for many, many of the signs as we are leaving 2020 in the past. And I think that 2020 has really given us a shakeup. And we must have needed it because all the signs are really going through this. We're going through some release work. We're going through some cleansing, some purging. So this is in your future, which just means there's going to be quite a bit coming up for you. And perhaps with the full moon, we have a full moon right now in Cancer, and that is a full cold moon, is what they're calling it. So a lot of the signs are feeling warm and fuzzy feelings. It's kind of like cuddling up with hot cocoa in front of the fireplace and just feeling that nurturing, excuse me, that safety, security, that feeling of home. So let's move into your center here, and we have joy. I love this card because it's that springtime energy. There's lots of growth here. We have dandelions down below, which is all about the sunshine energy. And then we have standing stones, which is magic. Then we have the harp here, which is music. So all in all, just a feeling of joy and having that feeling of desperation come to an end. That 2020 sort of gave a lot of us is just that feeling of, is it all for naught? And, what's the point? If this is just how the world's going to be, then, so be it. But it's been creating a fertile ground. And for you, Pisces, that's actually a very predominant message because you all are very cleansing by nature. You all are very trusting. You're very highly intuitive. So let's go into your Lenormand here. We have home again. Interesting. That came up. The Empire sort of reversed here. And this isn't like the traditional tarot tower card. This is more like, rather than upheaval and unrest, this is more about your empire, your business plans, your goals. Then we have intuition upside down. So indicating you may need to listen to yourself or maybe need to trust yourself a little more. We have the Death card. Also reversed, perhaps you are reluctant to go through this transformation, whatever it may be. The Star card, beautiful. So your intuition is telling you to go through something. something very deep, something that you don't want. Okay. Followed with the snake. Wow, Pisces. As far as the Lenormand, this is a very, very intense reading. So we're going to come back to most of this because I want to dive deeper, going around the circle again here. But what I'm getting is you're prioritizing your joy, you're prioritizing your goals, but there's some healing that comes with that. So you're going to find that you move forward and then find an obstacle, go through that obstacle, and then you have this brighter, lighter feeling that's going to allow you to move forward in the best way possible. So let's go into what is being released at this point, or what has been suppressed up until now. Communication with the source. Okay. Yes. So there's an aspect of you that needs to trust yourself and needs to dive into the universal source messages. Channeling would be very beautiful for you. Meditating, very beautiful. It goes hand in hand with expressing yourself as well. This is expressing yourself with your spirit guides. Even if you are expressing something along the lines of fear, or expressing the healing journey that's coming up for you, the fact that you don't really trust people very easily, perhaps, or maybe you trust people and, then something crazy comes along that really just ignites your soul and, fires you up. At the bottom of the deck here, we have vertigo, and I know that's something very specific, but this is about the keys. So we have this sea of keys here, and this one key that's, right side up, the only one right side up, and the universe is like, here you are in this position to grab a key. And in the tarot, in the oracle, the key is always a winning idea. So the message here is whatever you choose will be correct. There are so many keys here, and all of them are upside down, and we're in sort of this dark, dungy sort of energy in this card, and then this key is here with a light on it, and if you were to grab it, then, it's kind of like a port key for those of you who are into the Harry Potter thing. It would just brighten up your day. It would bring you a new concept of bliss. And so the universe wants you to just be a little bit impulsive right now. I think perhaps you're wanting to move forward with your goals. You're wanting to express yourself fully, but you second guess yourself at the last moment. I think that's what's going on there. So let's dive into the spirit messages around your goals. What is it that Pisces is really looking to express here? Miracles. Yes, so there's a need to trust the universe as well. There's a part of you, I think, that has some negative self-talk. I think you may have a slippery tongue when it comes to judging yourself, and when it comes to your inner safety, being safe within your own skin. So miracles do happen, and I love how that really does go hand in hand here with this key card. So I'm going to put those out together because you do have the key. You are moving forward with bliss. And let's see if there is another card here that wants to come forward to help you with your future plans as well. What message do we have to help Pisces with their future plans? A standstill. Okay, so as I assumed, I think you go for the gold. I think that you have a huge amount of power and intuition and action that you're ready to take, and then you kind of talk yourself out of it. And the universe is still giving you this resting period to say, take action until you burn out, and then stop and rest, and then go take action again. So there's no need for the burnout part. If we prioritize rest, which it looks like we really need to do with this intuition really framing the death card there's most definitely this need for trust, and it's trust when it comes to you, because at the bottom of the deck here we have potential, And this is like stargazing. This is like the crown chakra opening. This is like transcendence and really trusting yourself and who you are, Pisces, because you are so intuitive. You are so in tune. Yeah. So you need to be looking at your potential and see the magic that lives there with you. So let's dive into another message for your future projection. What is going on here with Pisces in the future? Okay. So you're on a very serious quest here. You may have a service-based business of some kind, maybe Reiki or healing, you know, because healing is very much in your future here, and you're building a solid foundation to express yourself. We have inner child here as well, so maybe some of you are being called to launch some sort of a healing business. And it says, be bold and mighty forces will aid you. Take action. Good luck favors the brave. Wow. And this is going to go right here next to the standstill. So again, prioritizing rest, creating that journey within yourself that says, okay, I have done enough now. I'm going to go rest and come back stronger tomorrow, or come back stronger in an hour. You know, giving yourself a resting period is going to be priority for you. At the bottom of the deck, we have healing. So a duplicate message here, and what it says is, bless all in need of healing, hope, and love. Spirit, grant us strength and wisdom, guide us to the path of wellness. And we have the horses here, which is about power, communication, trust, right? So a duplicate message here for the wolf spirit. So very, very cool, very serendipitous messages there. So let's dive into what you're going to be outwardly expressing towards your future, into the future. How is Pisces going to be wanting to express themselves, or what are they expressing now? A one-ring circus. Okay. So perhaps you're looking to do a lot of things alone. Perhaps some pride is getting in here. So you've been on your healing journey. You've seen dark nights of the soul, and you are a little bit determined to do this on your own, which is not always a bad thing. But sometimes in order to really and truly soar, you know, on this quest, on this beautiful journey that you are taking, sometimes it is beneficial to rely on others. And we have at the bottom of the deck here, flying. And I really love that to go hand in hand with this quest that you are on, to go with this new energy of 2021 and this magic that I'm really feeling for everyone, and this very unique magical energy that comes from all of us as individuals. Then we have the number 20 here. So wow, I love the number 20 being there. I'm trying to look and see if we have other 20s, because I felt like I saw one before on this reading, but yeah. So you are moving forward without looking back, and I think that's very lovely, very beautiful. Okay. So let's move into how you're going to be connecting to your higher sources. What is Pisces going to do to take action to connect to their higher sources, their higher self, their spirit guides? What is Pisces going to be called to when it comes to that? The abysmal. Okay, you all are diving deep. Okay, it may be that this is a very massive undertaking. It could be that your healing journey is still at the beginning stages, and you are going to see yourself diving deep. I mean, I really think that this here is like these three energies together. Your intuition, this death transformation, and then your guidance system. So it says, overwhelm, unpredictability, hazardous conditions, dark emotions, facing fear, and courage. So it would be sort of like going over an edge of a waterfall in a kayak, and you're feeling exhilaration, but you're also like, holy cow, when I hit the bottom, what's going to happen there? Okay, so perhaps there's a little bit of fear of your intuition, of what's going to come forward as you move into and as you move through these challenges that are coming up for you. And we have at the bottom here, obstacles, unexpected obstructions, frustration, difficulties, feelings of hopelessness, struggle, and discouragement. Well, that's less than ideal, right? So these two cards together is really, really serendipitous. I'm really surprised, actually, that both of these came to you at the same time. I think there's only two cards like this in the entire deck, and here you are with both of them. So if we take this off, what's on the bottom here is this receptive yang principle, or I'm sorry, the yin principle, and it says devotion, patience, supportive energy here, obedience, responsiveness, intuition, an earthy connection, and the mother energy. Okay, so as I mentioned before, you are nurturing yourself. You're seeing what it's like to be energized and feeling what it's like to be drained. Okay, so that's part of what we're leaving behind in 2020. So I'm going to see if I can make room here for both of those because I do find them to be very pertinent for your journey. Okay, so I want to see what is the momentum for the Pisces viewers here. Wow. Okay, injustice. So some of you are going to be very affected by global climate and what's going on in the world, and perhaps this is here as well with the abysmal and the obstacles. So you're kind of taking on the weight of the world here, and there's nothing wrong with that, but you do need to prioritize your health and what it is you are going through in order to properly rise to that occasion, because you have this generosity here, a 9 of cups, a 9 of vessels. There's wisdom here, there's overflow here, and I think that you're being very generous with your energy, Pisces. So giving out a little bit much, this goes with the One Ring Circus, is why I'm feeling that way. Usually this is a very powerful, very uplifting card, and of course it is. But with everything else that we have here, you are really wanting to work on your grounding as you are releasing energy, radiating energy. There's quite a bit coming up here for you on giving away too much, perhaps. So we have here a Knight of Vessels, or a Knight of Cups, which is the eel, and this is an animal that really rules the rivers, right? Not a whole lot of animals are going to mess with this eel, especially if it's an electric eel. You know, they can just simply disappear if they want to. They're somewhat of a fish, somewhat of a snake. You know, there's really no catching it. You know, it's slippery, slimy, it's just going to fall away. So he really is a very, very keen ruler, a very seasoned ruler of the waters. And we have a snake here as well. So traditionally, the snakes are about transformation. I'm hearing metabolism. So some of you will be looking at that for yourself, what that means to have a good metabolism, to be in charge of your metabolism. And then let's see what aspects of you, Pisces, are going to be most beneficial for you right now. Yes, the crone. I love this card. And there's a couple cards that I get and it's like, oh, a breath of fresh air, right? Because again, this is a seasoned intuition, a seasoned guide. This is somebody who has worn some very, very serious paths, blazed some very intense trails, and she's dedicating her world, her light, to helping others. So we find that here as well. So kind of a duplicated message, and you're feeling a call to action, I believe, from the universe, from the global climate. Okay, so the need to trust yourself comes through again. And I really love this card here because we're floating on a turtle, which is Turtle Island, and that brings back some of this Native American influence here, even though this is Celtic. You know, we have a wolf spirit again here. We have a water bird, which is about self-reflection, this motherly energy coming through again. So you're in this method of nurturing yourself. And how you're going to do that is to be looking forward, looking upward into the spirit realms. You're going to want to be meditating, journeying. I'm feeling Akashic records for some of you, which is just that opening of the third eye, opening of the crown, and the astral travel to go to this unique space that is all your own, where you are the ruler, where you're able to feel security and this home, you know, that is truly your own. And then we have this energy surge coming for you. So having a space that is your own sacred space in your home is going to be very influential for you, where you can play music, where you can perform healing ceremonies for yourself, where you can meditate and write in your journal, things like that. Some sort of sacred space that's nice and clean. It's not cluttered. It's just yours. It's just a little corner, you know, and that's always something I start with my clients when I work with people one-on-one, is set up that space because it is quite important for you to feel that safety, security, that feeling that nobody can puncture that space. It's very important for you. So let's see what animals are going to be assisting Pisces during this time of the new year as we move forward into 2021. Okay, you have two of them at the same time here. The eagle, and I love the eagle for you because this is a bird's eye view, as we mentioned before, going into meditation, flying high. We have a lot of flying energy here. So in 2021, I feel that a lot of you are going to be practicing channeling. You're going to be practicing accessing your soul contracts. You're practicing communicating with your spirit guides. So beautiful energy there, and it goes right there with miracles, and again, whatever you choose will be correct. So a massive amount of trust there in yourself. Then we have integration. This is a water energy, which is you, Pisces, but then there's this power behind the alligator, right? So it goes hand in hand here with the Knight of Vessels. You are a massive ruler of all the water signs, right? And now we're feeling this ignition, this fiery passion awakening within all of us, where you don't have to feel like a one-ring circus. You don't have to do it all alone, but you're going to find the power within yourself, and it's going to, you know, blast right through this feeling of the standstill. So I'm going to put those together here because I feel that they really coincide well. I feel that some of you are going through a period where you are balancing parts of you, because at the bottom of the deck here, we have emotions and intellect. We have this watery queen looking energy here, and there's balance here with this circle that's around her. And then there's a dragon down below. We have hearts, there's droplets of water. So this is you, Pisces, in, you know, the most purest form. So you are really exciting right now, and I think it goes hand in hand with this quest, with this healing here. As you are diving into your own healing journey, you're understanding the balance that needs to come forward, this integration here. There's power within you, and then there's emotional guidance within you that perhaps people are going to be coming to you for some of that, and you need to see your own potential before you are generous with this energy, before you begin to lead, which it looks like you will be, Pisces. You're going to be leading a transformation here. And many of us are, because we're alive in 2021, right? So you need to be seeing and giving merit to the potential that lies within you. And this is another card that is communication with the universe, right? We're seeing that very strongly here with your intuition. I'm going to have this right side up for a moment here. This card says commune with the universe. This one here is the moons, the cycles, the ups and downs, that emotional turbulence, and how strong that makes you. This is the potential that lies within you. And then we have this trust, trusting yourself to make the right choice, because even through all this, all the turbulence, the universe has your back, right? This is a power place. This is about you invoking your spirits, your spirit guides, and bringing them into your world so that you can lead, so you can stand up straighter. Not to say that you're, a slouch by any means, but you are being called to ignite a part of your soul that has yet to really awaken, right? And so tapping into your higher sources, bringing in this intuition to power yourself up is going to help you on this quest, whether it be a new business endeavor, whether it be taking some sort of a class like the Reiki or something, because we do have the healing here. Yes, there's obstacles that are sort of in your way, and perhaps they have to do with an inner child, something to do there that's dragging you down, that's kind of keeping you stuck. You're going to do some release work here. And the best way, in my opinion, to do that is to connect higher, connect to your spirit guides. And for me personally, when I took the Akashic Records course, is when I saw that come full circle for myself. It kind of took my ability to do readings from a 5 to a 10, my ability to regenerate myself from a 5 to a 10. And I didn't really realize where I was until I moved out of that and into something greater. So you're being called to do this, Pisces, because you're going from a one-ring circus that's sort of chasing your own tail, perhaps, to this beautiful balance here between the water and the fire. I mean, I love how fiery this really is. There's creation here. There's stature. You're growing into something so mature, something so powerful. People are going to look at you and be like, yeah, they have seen some very serious, past pain, some very serious frustrations, but the universe is showing you that the best thing you can do is follow your joy, follow your bliss. So if you're thinking to yourself, do I go about this quest? Do I change the world? Or do I just continue on in this, this feeling of being, consistently fighting obstacles, consistently feeling like you're on your own, working through this, expressing yourself to people who matter, but then kind of, okay, that's enough, You're being called to step up to a very, very scary plate. And I feel that many of you are going to answer this call, because this is really your goal here, to have more than enough so that you can then help others, fulfill others. You are a person of service, Pisces. That's just in your blood. That's just who you are. So this quest brings forward and asks a lot of energy, a lot of power from you. So my suggestion, personal suggestion, professional suggestion, is to practice regenerating yourself, perhaps with the Akashic realms or the etheric realm, whatever you want to call the other side, spirit realm, where your spirit guides are, where your soul contracts are. The Akashic Records is really just a way of saying it, but you're going to be accessing those. You're going to be accessing the other side so that you can feel less alone, so you can feel more prepared, so you can feel a little bit less bogged down, a little bit more wise with this Justice card, with this expression here. It's going to be very important for you to express how far you've come. Okay, and the best way to do that is to tap into your energy field, see the strength that lies there, and share how far you've come in your healing journey, where you have been, so far, getting yourself to this point in time where quite literally you have a bird's eye view. Quite literally you are dominating your emotional sector here with the knight and the alligator. You're invoking that power. You're awakening that power. You're giving yourself time to rest so that you can come back to your joy, so you can come back to your goals. But you have to look back on how far you've come and be like, yes, that's fertile ground. Yes, that's a beautiful foundation. Yes, I have done this all myself, and there's pride there. So you're looking at your empire and thinking, look at the potential that I've created. You're looking at your joy and saying, look at the balance that I've created. You're looking at your obstacles and you're thinking, look at the strengths that I've created. Lots of power here, Pisces. This new year is going to be a very positive, very beautiful new understanding of what it means to be in the sector of healing. New understanding when it comes to release work and foundational work. You know, it's kind of like working with horses. You can't just jump on the back of a horse and say, okay, I am the leader, now you will follow. There's groundwork to be done. And you have to spend time in the round pen. You have to spend time, you know, putting on the bridle and putting on different blankets or saddles and just kind of messing with them to let them know you're not here to hurt them, even if something is loud, even if something looks crazy. You are here to be a protector for this massive animal that doesn't actually need protecting, right? But there's that trust, that bond. And this is kind of the energy of your reading here. You're creating a bond with yourself, with the aspect of home, your aspect of, you know, taking care of yourself, your health, but also what I'm feeling even more strongly is this bird's eye view of what got you this far, how you got yourself this far, because it looks to me, you all, that you have moved mountains. Already you have moved mountains. So the universe wants you to see that, the magic, the miracles that you have already instilled. So it's going to take a little bit of courage here to go through this turbulence. I mean, wow. I love this watery energy. That's you, Pisces. You are water energy, but again, we are invoking power. We are invoking this fire here. So rather than being, you know, this little guppy or this little sailboat here that goes with the flow and is being tossed this way or that way, you are bringing in that alligator, that eel, that knight, and that king energy and saying, bring it on. 2021, bring it on, because I am ready. And at the bottom here, we have this dedication. You're dedicated to your cause, Pisces. And what I love about this card is that there's arrows going every which way. And she's just like, oh, I missed 800 times. And that is really hard. And I am just looking down and I am so kind of upset about this. But the most important piece of this card here is the fact that there's an arrow going into the bow, even still. And I just got chills all over, because there's not a quit within you, Pisces. You're not going to quit. You're not going to stop. And, you know, maybe that's to a fault, because you do need to rest sometimes, Pisces. And you have this healing journey that you are, you know, invoking on. But we have this aspect of nurturing coming through lots and lots and lots here. So this is like a pregnant belly. We have fertility here. So maybe some of you are, you know, manifesting a child. They talked about a baby boom coming in December 2020. And what's funny is I went to post my Christmas photos of my family and I scrolled for just 2 seconds and I saw like 8 or 10 pregnancy, you know, announcements. So it's kind of funny how those predictions come forward. So some of you, very few of you, I think, because this is just a bottom card, this is more of a foundational energy here when I'm reading for a general reading. But if you are looking to manifest a child, let me know, because we can do a private reading on that to get a little bit more clear. But for most of you, this is about a seeking and finding a vision quest you are going on within yourself, for yourself, in order to establish this energy here. This established, mature healer who has seen the world, who has healed her past pains, who has communicated with her higher sources. So again, Akashic records or spirit guide meditations, or, you know, that groundwork when it comes to you communicating with your higher self. That's coming through very strongly for you. And the result, Pisces, is that you get to feel that you are just thriving. You know, we are so done with survival mode with 2020. With if anything that 2020 has taught us, it's that survival mode is not pleasant, right? We have this snake here, so we're letting go of that. We have the one ring circus, trying to do things alone. Very 2020 energy here, which, like I mentioned, we are releasing, we are letting go of, we are going to push aside. And you are, Pisces, you're getting out of it. You're prioritizing your joy, looking at generosity and the reasons for why you do what you do. And the universe wants you to feel this way as you go about your service-based entrepreneurship, your service-based propelling forward. There's some of you that are very, 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 very passionate about what you do. And I do believe that that's those of you who are healers, who are helping other people maybe navigate through pain. But again, Pisces, this is about your creativity. This is about you starting anew. Feeling the sun rays on your skin and how it feels to just kind of be in the sun with, you know, nothing else to do. And that's where you're going to get your best ideas, Pisces. Allow yourself to rest, because in that rest, you find yourself awakening. And this awakening journey, this bird's eye view, this idea that miracles do happen, that generosity, which is an overflow of abundance, an overflow of prosperity, coming to you through your intuition, not necessarily through hard work and dedication and moving forward and expressing and talking about it and pushing about it. And, you know, there is some of that happening with 2021 and giving yourself those goals, you know, writing down the potential of the new year, writing out what you can accomplish, but you're also going to be thinking how much you're wanting to accomplish. You may bite off more than you can chew. But, you know, when you come back to this feeling of following your joy, allowing yourself to move easily on this quest, right? It's like this eel moving through the water. It's something that can be smooth sailing, but it's so important for you to do the nurturing part, because this is another bottom of the deck here. We have feeling loved and proud. Another nurturing energy here. We have like this bosom, you know, so a duplicate message to this one here, which is this motherly nurturing energy that comes to you and helps you to feel like that horse in the corral that has the trust. And I love that this bird looks almost like it's being caged. It looks almost like the being here is holding onto it a little too tight, but it's not. This is a feeling of safety, security, of a foundation, right? Like this home, this empire, this fertile ground, this this idea that miracles do happen and that you need to trust yourself. You know, I feel that some of you are trying to take on too much too fast, and you are experiencing some burnout symptoms, and it's time for you to look out for friends and to be asking for help a little bit more than you are, reaching out to people, just a text message or a call. You know, it doesn't have to be in person, because I know most places right now are still going through lockdowns. So it's just a matter of allowing yourself to want that communication, to want that friendship as you move along here, just so it doesn't feel so much that you are taking on everything by yourself on your own, feeling the need to, you know, push, 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 and then rest, and then push, 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 and then rest. It's more like, why can't we just have a little bit more of this joyful energy that's just like, you know, I'm just relaxing today. I might as well do this one thing. And doing that one thing brings you prosperity. You know, that's something else that's coming through very strongly for 2021. which is that prosperity is going to be so much more easy to accomplish because everything is going online now, and there's billions and billions of opportunities for growth online. So that may be something that's calling to you, especially those who are pursuing a healing journey and sharing how far you've come with others, right? So networking may be coming forward. And at the bottom of the deck here, we have the clovers. This is a burst of success. The only thing about the clovers is they don't bloom all summer long. They are something in early spring that bloom for a minute and then they just sort of wither away and they come back next year. But every bit of this plant is edible. There's medicinal properties here. And we also have the option for a 4-leaf clover. That's part of why 4-leaf clovers are so significant, is because clovers only bloom for so long. So if you find a 4-leaf clover, that is extremely lucky, right? So this is a 4-leaf clover right here at the forefront, which again, further signifies miracles do happen for you, Pisces. As you go about your way and you balance yourself, keep yourself in check a little bit. What is your energy like? What are you taking on? What is it that you want to do versus what you actually have the energy for? Rely on other people. Call upon other sources in terms of coaching, in terms of spiritual coaching, in terms of, you know, propelling your intuition forward, because you're intuitive, Pisces. It's just part of you. We see it here with all this blue here, all this forward moving energy that is a helpful source, right? So maybe some of you are called to the Akashic Records. Again, it's like a port key. It's like an access method to the other side where your spirit guides are, where your spirit guides are there to communicate with you. And you are dedicated. You have the courage for this, Pisces. So don't quit. You know, if you're feeling like quitting, allow yourself a break and let that be okay. Do not judge yourself so harshly, Pisces. You're taking on a lot, and it's beautiful. It's amazing. You're growing an empire. It's just a matter of taking your time. Don't try to rush things. Allow yourself to communicate with your higher sources. If you're interested in that Akashic Records course, it's on sale right now. I am teaching it for $221, where normally it's $444. But with the honor of the new year and the 21st transit we had in December, you know, I just have been feeling very called to it. So it's going to be on sale until the 21st of January, lots of 21s. So in numerology, I am just, you know, going with it. And my readings are on sale right now for $21. I am going to be doing these readings weekly to be able to reach as many people as possible, really raise the vibration of the planet. I hope you all will join me next week by subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting, all the things. Let me know how this resonated with you, Pisces. It's been a joy to be here with you. Let me know if you would like to communicate farther. I have all of the things that you need in the description box there, including all of the different cards that I use. So I will see you all in that description box. Send me an email if you feel called to it. Let's talk about all of this different, you know, forward movement that you're going through, because I do feel like you are taking on a healing journey so that you can share with the next 7 generations, so you can pass down wisdom, you can pass down some of the experiences that you have gone through with this 2020. I mean, just think in in a decade or so, we're going to be telling our children or their children about the turbulence that 2020 really brought for us. And they're going to be like, I can't believe you survived through that. You know, it's kind of like this Great Depression type energy, you know, and so we're going to be those people in the rocking chairs one day looking back and saying like, yeah, I made it. I may not have wanted to move forward very much. I may have sort of let myself get stuck in obstacles, but I energized, I renewed, I tapped into my higher sources, and you can share that story with the people of your future. And I think that's very beautiful, Pisces. So keep going, don't quit. Come back next week. Let's see how this progresses. I will see you all then. Have a wonderful week. Bye.